everybody. My name is Danielle Rivas, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about human trafficking. Right now, as we're talking, over 20 of millions of people are suffering and facing human trafficking right now. And if that doesn't break your heart enough, I'm here to tell you that at least half of them are children. And this is stated by the human trafficking article from Gale in Context. We are living in a world where we are coexisting with such evils that women and children, obviously this includes men as well, but in particular we do target children and women, that we coexist in a world where we allow this to happen. And when I say allow, I mean like we have only been recently paid attention to human trafficking. I think the first time I heard human trafficking was maybe my 8th grade year of middle school. And for this problem to be going on for so long and barely hearing about it and pushing issues and bringing awareness is not enough. And we need to, as the people, we need to come together and stress more importance to the government, because this has a lot to do with third world countries, lack of education, political corruptness. There's so many factors that play into human trafficking that even though we as people cannot literally eliminate human trafficking in total, but the little causes that come up to it, we do have a say in, and those are what we need to do to potentially lower the numbers and help the 20 million people who are facing human trafficking right now. And right now, I can tell you as a woman, I'm scared to go anywhere. I can't go grocery shopping late at night. I can't go to the gym late at night. Parking lots are scary. It's almost, let me ask you, how many times in the news do you hear a new ruse or a new lure that human traffickers or maybe even gang bangers, because you know it has become such a common practice that it's now a gang member initiation to abduct women, sell them, kill them, rape them, just the nastiest things. How many times have you seen in the news that there's new ways of capturing women? Women can't even, if they hear a baby crying out their window, your first instinct is to help. We can't even go and do that. That's a ruse. People will go and kidnap you. You can't move the baby diaper in front of your car, am I right? Because if you take too long to get in your car, you're getting taken. It's scary for women everywhere. And as you guys all can probably have experienced on the news, and it's even gotten to the point where that even though there are sick men in this world, like some of them know how scared we are to walk alone at night, and they'll still openly and publicly like say that they're gonna follow women on purpose to intimidate them, to make them feel scared, to make them feel inferior. So this has not only just become like a problem that affects economies, population, all of that. Like this is feeding some of the sicker minds in this world. And yeah, I wanted to bring as my prop today is this is my purse. This is the purse that I carry to work. This is the purse that I take everywhere. In my front pocket, I carry a taser. 1 in 3 women have faced sexual assault, and I'm pretty sure many women carry things like pepper spray. And according to my audience, I don't have any women in the room. I was gonna ask how many women got pepper spray, but nobody got pepper spray up in here. Do you guys carry pepper spray? Okay, well I still feel like even though you guys aren't women, maybe you guys don't relate to my problem. Specifically, I'm sure as children, your mothers held your hands really tight when you guys walked into a sketcher area. You guys are a little bit more grown now, you probably don't face the same problems, but I know at one point when you guys were children, a little bit more innocent, helpless, you probably faced the same defenseness and like feeling like if I didn't have this protection, I'm not safe. As little boys, I feel like you guys might have been scared. If you weren't with your mom or you weren't with your parent in a really sketch area, you had those feelings of like, oh my gosh, what if someone takes me because my mom's not here? That was your protection, and this is my protection now. So going on, I have mentioned how it's targeted women and children, but this is definitely a widespread problem. And just like how I just mentioned right now, you guys have probably faced something like that as young adults. So a topic that I wanted to touch on specifically in human trafficking is third world countries. Third world countries are popular, they're infamous for human trafficking. There are many sex trafficking rings that go as far out to Europe, they go out to Mexico. There are huge trafficking rings. And the reason for third world countries is there's a lot of political corruptness going on. We have governments that are abusing their people's trust and power and money for their own personal benefits instead of their economy, instead of their community. And so what that does is it creates a lack of education in the people, and now people are struggling to make money, people are struggling to hold down jobs, people are struggling to feed their children. So people are gonna start robbing, people are gonna start killing, people are gonna start selling people. And as US citizens, we do live in a better, well-off country, and I feel like it should be, because it does affect our people directly when human traffickers come from other countries and they bring the human trafficking ring here. It does play a role in our lives, even if it's outside of our country. And us having the education and the government that we do, we should be able to intervene or at least spread awareness or at least try to end political corruptness in other countries. And I mean, how I've mentioned before, this is a topic that has just a problem that has gone on for so long. Human trafficking goes as far back as the 1400s, back when slavery began. By the 1800s, women and children were being sold for sex exploitations and labor exploitations. So if that doesn't say enough. And we do have organizations that are combating this, but they are not acting fast enough. They are not. In 1921, the UN attempted to end human trafficking. They wanted to try to stop as many sex trafficking rings as they can, but apparently this only applied to the white women. Many black women, many black children were still getting traded. Many of them were still being abused sexually, physically, mentally, all of that. So unless we come together, numbers are going to continue to rise every year, and not to mention that numbers are rising every year. There's not been 1 year in the past 5 that the numbers haven't gone down in human trafficking. So what we can do for these type of problems is stress to the government how important it is to us. So according to Combating Human Trafficking from Gallon Context, poverty and famine are 2 of the main drivers of human trafficking. And just like how I said before, this relates back to third world countries and poverty. There needs to be an international reform. We need to get our government to intervene so it could stop affecting us as much. And we definitely need to spread some education into third world countries. So, in conclusion, to wrap this all up, I just feel like us as the people, human trafficking has obviously been here for a really long time. Women every day are scared. Children are being taken. Out of the 20 million people that have been taken, half of them are children. It is incredibly heartbreaking. It is incredibly sad. We need a government that cares now. We need third world countries to be educated now. We need to create opportunities so there isn't so much poverty, and we need to have better systems that support the people who aren't committing crimes to feed their children. Thank you.